Well, hi Pisces. Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your week. No, it's time for January 2022's reading. Wow, I just can't believe it's here already. So, I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Pisces, what can you expect? Coming up in your life. If this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, it probably is not your reading. All cards are male or female. If you don't think this is your reading, check your moon sign or get a private reading from someone you trust. So Pisces, wow, let's take a look at this. We got the Emperor right surrounding your entire reading. The Emperor is the card for Aries, so Aries might be in your chart someplace or around this reading someplace. But more importantly, the energy of this card is kind of being stubborn, kind of like sticking to your values or sticking to the way you want things to be. It's like being rigid. It's about, holding true to yourself and your own way of thinking. You could be a leader in your profession, whatever your profession is, but you're very well liked and respected by others with this card. But there is something that you've been holding true to, that you haven't budged from. Let's keep reading. Up here in your highest energy is the Six of Cups. Now, there's a soulmate. There's a soulmate in your life that you've known since childhood. Could be college or before. This is a very sweet love offer here. That's the only cup that's allowed to have anything in it, and it is a flower. So you've been stubborn about this soulmate for some reason. Let's keep reading. Right above the Emperor, this energy of just being stubborn about this soulmate. Soulmates, you've absolutely known them in other lives. That's why they're called soulmates. So if you haven't known them from earlier in this life, you've absolutely known them from another life, no matter what. I have the Six of Wands right next to the Six of Cups and right above the Emperor. This is the card of success in love. This is the card of people seeing you as a couple with this soulmate. This can be a card of engagement with the wreath. So what is going on here? You act like you're being very stubborn about something. It's like, I almost feel like you're trying to block yourself from becoming involved or engaged or in a permanent type situation with a soulmate. I have Temperance, excuse me, right next to the Six of Wands. Temperance is a card for Sagittarius, so you might have Sagittarius in your chart someplace, or Sagittarius could be around the reading in someone else's chart. But this is your guardian angels and spirit guides. They're all around you. They're trying to keep you tempered, like balanced. You have one foot in the waters of emotion and you have one foot on the ground. They're trying to get both your feet on the ground so you can make informed and grounded decisions and moving forward. So your guardian angels, and it's good to know, are all around you, and they're trying to help you to just become balanced here. I feel like the Emperor is like a little off balance. It's a little too strong. The vibe that I'm getting from this Emperor card surrounding your entire reading is that maybe you're being a little too stubborn. Maybe you're being a little too rigid or holding true to yourself and, whatever. Because, I don't know, I'm looking around these cards and I have, right under the Six of Cups, I have the Page of Cups. It's like, this is all you want to offer. It's like, I feel like there's a fish in the cup. This is a card for Pisces, by the way, because there's a fish in the cup. But the energy of the Page of Cups is offering a cup of love, okay? So it's almost like a mixed bag of emotions here. It's like on one hand, you have a lot of feelings for this person, the soulmate, and on the other hand, you don't really want to offer more than what can fit in that cup alongside that fish. So, this could be an apology too. You could owe a soulmate an apology. Wow. I don't know. I don't usually get readings like this. On the other side, the Emperor and under Temperance, trying to keep you balanced, like so you can make grounded decisions that are good for you in moving forward. I have the Lovers. This is not only a soulmate you might have known from your past, but this is a divine soulmate. Look at your guardian angels and spirit guides again. I mean, they have their hands out and they're trying to bring you together with this soulmate. You've been lovers in another life. You have an unfulfilled like soul contract, and I think that your guardian angels and spirit guides really want the two of you to get together. I think you're being too stubborn. That's how I feel about offering anything more to this soulmate. They are really special to you. You would be very special to them as well with this Lovers card coming out. The Lovers is the card for Gemini. So someone could have Gemini in their chart someplace, or you may have Gemini in your chart someplace. But the energy about that, the guardian angels, about them being divine soulmate, about being lovers from another lifetime, is the energy of that card. And you still might have known them since childhood in this life. I have the 10 of Wands under the Page of Cups. You're carrying some kind of burden here, and it has to do with the Page of Cups. It has to do with either not offering, the love that you actually do have for this person, or a burden about wanting to make an apology. Carrying a burden of wanting to make an apology. Let me just keep reading. But you will be putting this down. This is the 10 of Wands. There's no 11. So somehow this is going to be resolved. Okay? So let's just keep reading. Next to the 10 of Wands is the 3 of Wands. This is under the Emperor. Yeah, I think you are changing. I think you're feeling the energy of Temperance here. I think you're feeling something's happening, something's changing within you. You're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. And you're looking out over the world. And there's an ocean out here with 3 ships. And I think you're wondering if this soulmate is really your ship. Okay? And you're wondering if you should approach them with some sort of an apology. You were once seen as a couple. You have a very strong connection with this person. So I think you're wondering if you should come forward with an apology, and I think it's weighing on you. This thought of, are they my ship? Should I go forward with an apology, or shouldn't I? I have the Devil right next to the 3 of Wands. There's 3 people in the Devil card right under the Lovers, which is only 2. Now, there may have been somebody else involved in this relationship. This is toxic energy, the Devil card. It's being tied to someone, but also being tied to something else. Maybe they were tied to someone else, or you were tied to something else. But it made the relationship toxic. So that's why I feel like you're not together anymore. This is a card for Capricorn only because of the horns. So Capricorn could be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But I see the Devil waving goodbye. I feel like this toxic energy is leaving or has left your life. And that's probably why you're thinking of coming forward once again to this other soulmate. There's a soulmate here. A very strong connection with somebody that you've been very stubborn about. you feel like you're holding true to yourself, but I feel like you're just being too stubborn, because Temperance is here, and also the Lovers right next to the Emperor, which is surrounding the entire reading. I feel like you're just being too stubborn, and now I feel like you're kind of like softening up and thinking about coming forward with like a maybe an apology or another love offer. That's all you've offered. It wasn't the right amount of love anyway to hold this relationship together. Pisces. There's the offer. Pisces. Oh my gosh. Okay. So up here next to Temperance, I have another strong soulmate card that came out. The Four of Wands, 1111. This is union between two people. This is with love, joy. This card can represent marriage. Now I have, this is I think what were avoiding, is trying to get to go into a committed relationship. Because I have the Six of Wands here, the Four of Wands here, engagement, marriage. Oh, and Temperance is right between the two of them, with the Lovers right under Temperance. Oh my goodness. I still feel like your guardian angels and spirit guides are trying to bring you back together to work on this relationship with this soulmate. This soulmate. Same soulmate. This soulmate. Another soulmate. Very strong soulmate energy going on here. I have the Nine of Swords next to the Four of Wands. This is the energy of being up in your head. I mean, you have thoughts of truth and clarity running through your head in your moments alone. Maybe even when you go to bed at night, if you're going to bed alone, your quiet moments, and they're the same thoughts going through and through and through. And a lot of it could be like, what have I done? Have I really blown? Have you made the wrong decision? Maybe. I think you've let this other soulmate go. I think that's become a burden. Either that or they left you because of the toxic energy down here. But, you're wondering if you really blew it. You might be feeling alone. You might be feeling like you had a chance and you blew it somehow. I got the Star right next to the Nine of Swords. This is great. This is the card for Aquarius, by the way, so Aquarius might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But more importantly, this is very spiritual. This is this time that these thoughts are going through your head. You're actually healing. You're going through some very, very deep healing. It's like seeing your own reflection come back at you, remembering the essence of who you are, healing right down to your bare bones. It's like remembering what you want and what you don't want out of life. That'll make you happy. So you're going through it, or you've been through it. I have the Seven of Swords right under this Four of Wands and next to the Lover's card. Yeah, you were being, I don't know what, it just comes right out. You were being kind of deceitful. I think it was you now that had someone else. I think it was you that blew a relationship somehow. Wow. It's usually about the other person, but I think it was you. And this is like taking and not giving back. This can be lying, stealing, cheating, rumors. It's just energy that it's deceitful. It's not being truthful. And it's right next to this Lovers. It's right under the Four of Wands. I really you've moved away. I think it's been a really slow process for you, but you've been moving away from this type of energy. Because remember, I thought I feel this devil, this toxic energy, has either left or is leaving. And I also feel like you're moving away from this kind of behavior. Like, the Emperor's stubborn. The Emperor, there's really hard to pull the feelings out of the Emperor. They're very closed up, usually. And, but I feel like instead of hiding things, you're kind of moving away from these rocky waters. You've been in rocky waters up here, or you're going through it. And you're taking these swords of truth and clarity, and you're moving forward towards calmer, smoother waters in your life. It's been a job. It's been slow. This boat's being pushed with a pole. There's no motor on it, but you're doing it. You're moving right towards the King of Swords, which is under the star card. So that gives us 2 for Aquarius, if we're counting, and 2 for Gemini, if we're counting. But the energy of the King of Swords is you're moving forward with your sword up. You're moving forward on guard. You know, you are self-protecting anyway. But you're keeping your sword up. I think you're trying to block this kind of energy from coming back, or blocking yourself from not getting involved in this kind of a relationship again. But you are moving forward. I think you do have the soulmate on your mind. There's someone else on this ship here. And all this healing has put you in this place. It's like you're going to be so much aware. You're going to ask the right questions. I think you're going to speak your truth instead of hiding your truth in moving forward. And you're doing it. It all comes with all this healing. And look, I think you're really thinking about making this offer. And this is a sincere love offer. This is not the Page of Cups. It's a Knight of Cups. To come in as like a knight in shining armor, male or female, and to make an offer. You're afraid they won't accept it. So it's right next to the 4 of Cups. You're afraid that they will turn it down because there's other options out there. But the thing is I think you overcome that fear that they won't accept it. You're like, well, what's the worst that can happen? They won't accept it. Okay. So I have the Ace of Wands on the other side, and right under the King of Swords. I do feel like there's a fresh start and a new beginning here for you. If you approach them, if you come forward and make this offer. Because I do feel like there's still love between you and this other person. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. The Tower. Yeah, you're not together. This relationship blew up. Lands right on the 4 of Wands, right on Temperance. This is when your guardian angels and spirit guides got involved. They're like, you know what? You need to get balanced. You need to see things for what makes you happy, for what they are. Stop being so stubborn. That's what I get out of this whole reading. So the Tower is what you've been recovering from, the loss of a soulmate. And also, it could involve this blowing up. You might have blown up a third-party relationship too. Wow. Pisces, this is your reading. January 2022. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.